Right. Good evening. How are you, everyone? Thank you so much for joining me. We hope that you are doing okay and you are wherever you're watching us from. Today, we are going to take a look at, let me just close.
Right. I hope you can hear me. Please tell me where you're watching from so that we can engage. This day, I'm going to open the line a little bit later after I have, said what I want to say. But tomorrow, just brace up for yourself. We're going to be having Ugunube. She's going to be talking about Mary Chiwenga. So please watch out that interview. But to those that are supporting me financially, that are supporting me by their comments, supporting me by watching our videos, please, I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. Anyway, let's get into the subject of the day. But before I do that, let me just say, greet Tsitsi, how are you? Shona, please, no. We are trying to address, because there are some people who speak in the Vede. So, Douglas, we will not be addressing you in Shona only. We are going to be mixing with English. Apologies for that. So, yes, Taurai Salani from East London, how are you? Thank you for that. Thank you for that comment. Who else is here? Who is here before we get into our conversation? We want to talk about Dudula, what is happening. It's going to be interesting. I can trust me on this one. Very, very sure about this. Okay, but let me just dive into the conversation so that if you're watching this as a rebroadcast, you're not going to be getting bored. Gugu, Magoliti, Mobile, Gugulet, how are you? Guguletu. Right. I want to talk about this issue of Dudula. It is affecting everyone. That's the reason why I say let's talk about this. Number one, the reason why we are in where we are right now. Amanda Fadzayam Sindoka Kunofeni, how are you from Mozambique? The reason why we are in this scenario that we are in as Zimbabweans, or even people that are from Malawi or anywhere. But I want to speak specifically to my brothers from Zimbabwe, because number one, our brothers and sisters from Zimbabwe, we are the ones that are directly affected by Dudula, mainly because most of us, we are borders with South Africa, and South Africa had become a safe haven for a lot of Zimbabweans. Over the weekend, there was a report of a lot of women that were being that were in hospital. I think you saw that video that went viral on or ENCA. The South African Minister of Home Affairs once said that the Limpopo Musina Hospital is full of women that will be giving birth that are coming from Zimbabwe. So we are directly affected by what is happening, mainly because we are the victims of this situation. Our role in this is because we are just Zimbabweans, and mainly because our politicians, they don't want to listen to us. So we are affected, and we must acknowledge that. And I want to rebuke my brothers and sisters that are here to commit crime. You don't represent us. If you want to go and commit crime, go and commit crime in Zimbabwe. Don't come here and tarnish the image of other hardworking Zimbabweans who are here to earn a living, because the economic situation in Zimbabwe is not permitting them. So for that, to my brothers and sisters in South Africa who have been affected by our crime, I want to say I deeply apologize. These are malcontents that are bent at making sure that they disturb the peace, and they don't represent us. We are peace-loving people. We are people who are looking for a living. So let me dive into our subject. There's one thing also that we are also making, the mistake that we are also making. Some of us, some of the people, we are saying, South Africans, they should understand us. They are lazy. Some of them, they say, these South Africans, they are lazy. That is very bad. We should not be propagating that narrative. And it is a very bad narrative that I always find amongst our brothers and sisters. We should be appreciating. I've met hardworking South Africans. I know hardworking South Africans who are innovative, who are doing things. Right now, we have Black Coffee, who has won a Grammy Award. Hardworking South African. Trevor Noah, hardworking South African. They are South Africans that have put South Africa on the map because of their hard work. So that notion of saying that these people are lazy, it's very bad. And it is very derogatory to a nation that is hosting us. Let's put aside the issue of borderless and the issue of saying let's unite as Africa, but let's address the real issues. Zimbabweans and South Africans are affected by one common thing: politics. South Africa is facing high unemployment because of bad decisions that are made by politicians. Zimbabwe is facing immigration crisis because of bad decisions that are made by politicians. So we're in the same boat here. But however, we need to navigate. We have water in our boat. What are we going to do? Are we going to say, to start to play the blame game? What we need is to take out the water from the boat. So that's the scenario that I want to paint to you here. That's number one. Then number two, I want to look at this and say, our situation can only be changed by the political situation that by politics. We were brought in here by politics. We can only live here if our politics change. At the moment, our politics have not changed. And it is us who has the power to stop the rot and the politics in our country. We use that power and we use it very wisely. I find it very absurd that there are some people who come here and they'll tell you that there is no crisis in Zimbabwe. They'll tell you that things are fine in Zimbabwe. They'll tell you that, no, the ruling party is doing wonderful works in Zimbabwe. I find that very absurd and very, I can't even find a word to describe how it feels. So I believe that as Zimbabweans, we need to have that desire to go and fight for our country. One thing that we have learned from South Africans is one: South Africans are united. When they have something that they want to do, they unite. They have a common goal, they have a common purpose. Have you seen how they deal with people using mob justice? The same way how they were doing during the apartheid time. They have that common goal, which we need to adopt and learn. Let's not just come here and earn money. Let's learn something good from South Africans. They are united. And that is one thing that we should emulate and say, let's unite. And when we unite, we can be able to remove this politics, this bad politics that we've had over the years that is causing immigration crisis. So we need to sort out that. And the only way we can sort out that is through the ballot box and protecting that ballot box. That's what we can do. And we have that opportunity to fight for our country. There are three categories of people that I've met in my survey that I've done in the past 2 years, in trying to find how we can go and vote and register to vote. There are three numbers of Zimbabweans. The first one, they'll say, we don't need change. We're fine here. They are too comfortable staying in South Africa. Very comfortable. They find South Africa, the infrastructure, the electricity and everything. There are no running sewage in the streets. Everything is fine. They don't care. They say, look, we're not going to go back. I saw another video I think a day ago, of two ladies who were boasting that we're not going back to Zimbabwe. We're here in South Africa. Yes, it is very good to be in an African country and we deserve to be welcomed. But, however, we should not be comfortable and think that the people, the host country, should take responsibilities of our issues to the issues of like healthcare and everything, because we don't want to fight for our country. How can we fight for our country? Let us put money aside to go and register to vote. That should not be something that we should be debating. It's something that we should make it a priority. How much rent are we paying here? I know some of you might say, I don't have money. But you imagine how much rent are you paying in any apartment here in South Africa? Is it just one month rent for an apartment that you are paying, whether in Joburg, whether in Fourways, whether in Sandton, whether in Midrand? That 1 month rent is enough to take you back home and go and register in your rural area and make sure that then you come back, you make your money on the day of voting. You are there, you go and you vote, and you protect your vote. After finishing voting, you can come here and say goodbye. I've gotten an opportunity back in Zimbabwe. Yeah, I'm going. That's what we want. So there's one people who say they feel like the elections have already been won by ZANU-PF. There is no need for us to change. There is no way we can change. They'll just say, I know, all things fair, ZANU-PF is going to win. This needs to change. These are the type of Zimbabweans that are letting us down. And then there are those who say, I don't have money. I don't have the capacity to make that amount of money and go there. My brother, my sister, let me make it very clear. Many people, they are very comfortable queuing. You are very comfortable queuing on the border of Zimbabwe and South Africa in January. Very comfortable queuing there and being, seen there, trying to force your way to come here. That time that you stand at the border, trying to come here, and the hours that you spend in the bus coming here, or the hours that you spend in the bus driving to come to South Africa, if we can dedicate that time to say, I'm going to go home and dedicate that time to wait and register myself to vote, make sure that my name is on the voters roll. You do it now, this to 2022. By 2023, when you go for Christmas or in other stuff, you go there and you check your name on the voters roll. By the time we go to elections, you are already set. You know that you are just going there to vote, and you are already set. This is what we want to do. I had Mr. Jumaulete on Friday, and we spoke about this agreement of us going to people getting to contribute towards protecting our vote. How can we protect our vote if we have not voted in the first place? So we need to go and vote. Then there's this group of people who are saying, we want change. They are asking me right now, some of them were telling me, please, where can we get the account so that we can contribute towards this? We want to contribute towards fighting for our own freedom as Zimbabweans. These are the type of people that I want. And this is the mentality that I believe we need to have, all of us, to say, I'm going to sacrifice 2 days or 2 months, to say 2 months salary or 2 months whatever. I go home, I go and register to vote. I come here. If I'm coming here to work, come and I work, and I'm putting everything back home to make sure that by the time we get to 2023, there is no shadow of doubt we are changing the government. This is not a regime change agenda that is sponsored by America or like what they say. We as the citizens, we are sponsoring our polling agents, we are sponsoring the parallel voter tabulation, we are sponsoring for us to go home and register to vote and vote. That's how we change. That's how we bring change. If you are not tired as I am, are you not tired of knocking in other doors and you are told that this is only for South Africans? You as a Zimbabwean, you are not allowed. Are you not tired of not getting a promotion just because you are Zimbabwe? Are you not tired of failing to get some benefits that you believe they are for you because you are Zimbabwe? Are you not tired? That's what I want. I want you to have that mentality that I am tired of living here. I want to go back and make a change. Are you not tired of building houses here that you know in the next 10, 15 years you are not going to be staying? If you are tired as I am and you know that this is not practically my home, not because you are welcome here as a good neighbor, but we must not overstay our welcome. We must make sure that we go and make a change in our country. This is my plea. This is my desire to everyone that is in the sound of my voice and that is watching me, and they are watching me as a rebroadcast. Please, let's go back and register to vote. Let's go back and put our money where our mouth is. Let's put our strength. Our country can be changed in 6 months. You can be seeing influx of people leaving this country saying that let's go back home. There are opportunities. And it can only happen. We saw it happen in 2009. We have tested this. We know it works. So what is stopping us from pursuing this agenda and not be these people who are saying we are so complacent and say, no, things are not going to change in Zimbabwe. Let us be realistic. Let us go out there and work, because Dudula is not going to go away. That I can tell you. The reason why I tell you is because the frustration on South Africans is going to continue. The unemployment is going to continue to soar. And all this is bottlenecking on the South Africans' thoughts to say, why are we having these people when we are struggling? Yes, you can say there are some jobs that they don't want to do. But if we leave, like I can give you, for example, I was driving around in Gauteng, and I see these young kids that are doing some their dances on using some crates on the robots, and I was saying to myself, these are job opportunities that we have taken from them. Have you imagined that we are now working as waiters in the restaurants, and if these kids could be working as waiters in the restaurants, they could be making a better living than them to be baked in the sun, trying to make a living, trying to be group dancers and all of that. These are the things that we should be looking at. We should not turn a blind eye on that fact. So this is my plea to everyone. Let us go and give it our best. If we go there, if we are not ready to die, if we are not ready to be maimed and be maimed for our freedom, just let's give it one more time, one more shot. Let's give it one more shot and say, let's go there and be our best and give it our best. If the South Africans are going to welcome us after we have wounds and saying that we tried our best, let it be. But let us go there and fight and make sure that we go there and make a statement by our voting. That's all that I can say. I was talking to one of my friends and he was saying to me that you see people in Zimbabwe, they go and queue for money in the to take money in the bank. They can queue from 3 a.m. People can queue at the passport office, but people cannot queue just to go and register to vote. And queue, it's only 2 queues that are going to wait. You're going to go and register to vote, and after registering to vote, you come on the day and you vote. You wait there just 2 days, but you are willing to go at the passport office 2-3 days for you to get a passport so that you can leave Zimbabwe. But you are not willing to wait that time so that you can register to vote. That's all that I wanted to tell you guys. I want to welcome your comments and your thoughts on this subject as we look at how can we solve the problem of Operation Dudula. It's coming, and the anger is there, and the anger is real. We must not shy away from that anger. It is there, and we must address it. And we cannot be bad. We cannot be bad-mouthing the South Africans, say they are lazy, they are not doing this. We are not supposed to do that. That is very bad, and we should not be thinking that way. We should be thinking that these people, they've welcomed us for many years. Our problem is caused by the politicians. Let's go and take out these politicians who are causing this problem. Thank you. Let me see the comments that I have here. Who else here said, our situation is not rosy here in South Africa. Even the tone of SA ministers is scary. They no longer want us. That is very true, my brother George Dube. True, they are united city game. Yeah, Haiwa, okay. Jeresa Gia, God's time is the best. Yes, we need to. Eastern Cape, Shingragawa, how are you? All right. These are the comments that I read earlier on. But this is what I want to communicate. That's what I wanted to communicate. We cannot get our Zimbabwe back if we don't stand up and fight. Let's go and stand up and fight. We have the capability, and we can only fight without using guns. We are fighting using our vote legally. We are not doing Asante Sana. We are not doing anything. We are not going there and doing illegal things. We are going there to make a statement using our votes. Imagine right now, if 1 million of us go there and vote and add on the number that was there in 2018, how many numbers are we going to accumulate? Even if they want to rig in numbers, they will not be able to do that. And one thing that I can tell you, if you are coming here from South Africa, you have your rural home, don't register in town, in Harare or in Bulawayo or in Gweru or anywhere. Go and register in the rural area so that when you go there in numbers, you live here in a constituency maybe of, let me give for example, of Gokwe. You live as maybe 700 people or 800 people who are going into that constituency. These kind of people, if you have registered to vote, you are going there a day before the day of voting, you are there, you register to vote, you have already registered to vote, you know that everything is cast. You are not going to go there and be intimidated by those guys because you know that you've got nothing to lose. You can, after the time when the votes are done counted, you can take your bus and leave, because that's what we want. We want to make sure that the time of voting, we are there, we wait until the votes are counted, and once we finish the counting of the votes, everything, the V11s are out, and then we can go there and then we can get our supers and everything. But that's the strategy. Let us work together. This is the reason why I came back on this platform and I say, let us push the numbers. You are at the sound of my voice. When you are going to watch this maybe 2-3 months to come, you will remember that I said, let us push and go and register to vote. Thank you, B-Man Jacha. Thank you for that. We appreciate your thoughts. That's all that I have for you, guys. This is the solution. We don't have any other solution. We can't go there and demonstrate. Wamba Yeremia can't vote, it's a big waste. No, it's not a big waste, because you see, if you say this way, these are the people that I have a problem with. You are saying that it's a big waste because you think that your vote doesn't count. You think that they have already put mechanisms to make sure that they win. That was the same confidence that Edgar Lungu had. So much confidence. That confidence cannot be guaranteed if people go and vote in their numbers. They will not find places to find those numbers. They will not tally. So you need to put yourself out there. You know, it's like, I can give, for example, I'm a soccer lover. Like in 2012, and my team, you know it, Chelsea, at the Champions League in Bayern Munich. Do you know that in Bayern Munich, everyone, the beer was finished on the night when they were playing the Champions League, because they reckoned that Chelsea had no chance against Bayern Munich. And you know what happened at the end of the night? Chelsea won on that night. Because why? They showed up. They were there on the day. When we are watching soccer, when we are seeing all those last-minute goals, it is teaching us something, that anything can happen. We can win on the last minute. The people can win on the last minute. This is what it is teaching us. When you watch those movies and we see they are dragging the superhero and then they arrest him or they abduct him, and at the end they come out, it is teaching us something, that at the end of the day, you cannot win until you fight. So if you are telling me this, that I can't do anything, you have already given up. And this is not the mentality that we want. We want a mentality of people that are going to say, we're going to give it our best. We're going to give it our best. Remember, in 2002, France went to the World Cup, playing against the current holders of the World Cup. Senegal went to the World Cup and they beat them. So why? They could have said, it's a walkover. France is a world champion. We can't play them. They went there and they showed them flames. So showing up and putting your vote, you are already setting up yourself to say, I can do it. You are not giving up. You go there as a prisoner of hope and say, I'm going to do it. That's all that I have, guys. Thank you so much for watching. And Shingiti, jatwere mzukuru wangu, mwana wa Rusike, Ruseko, thank you, Shingi. Right, mzukuru wa Rusike, I'm good. Lilac Rose, thank you. Anyone who have got anything to say, please let me just open the line for a bit. If you want to join and you want to say something, let me just open the line. You can follow the link that I'm going to paste now. If you want to say something before I close, I think I don't have much time. I want to close this broadcast because I don't want to be boring to those that are going to be watching as a rebroadcast. So please follow that link and you can be part of, if you can just leave your contribution and say whatever you want to say about this. And if you can ask questions, I'll be ready to answer those questions as well. So please, let's talk. Follow that link. It will lead you to me, to the studio, and yes, Royce Musa, thank you. Let's just give it our best. That's our only hope for change. These guys, they're not going to give up. They are going to keep on, taking the money. They are going to keep on stealing from us. They're going to keep on doing all sorts of things from us to us. They are not going to relent. You saw what happened in 2008. They are not going to give that freedom to us on a silver platter. They are saying to 2030 they'll be still there. They'll still be there. So those kind of people, we expect them just to disappear by just us saying no. Some of you are thinking, I want to go to UK, I want to go to this, I want to go there. There's war now, and world war can come. What are you going to do? Are you going to go and die in the war because you think that you can't go and fight in Zimbabwe? Let us be like what the Ukrainians have done. They've left their husbands in the war, the women they've left. Let us go and do that. Let's give it a shot, even though we are facing a draconian government, a draconian system, a system that we know it can beat us at our own game. But if we believe in ourselves, believe that we can, and we have that hope, and we go and do it, I'm telling you, we might be seeing a different story in 2023. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I can say to you. Anyone who is here, we want to close this podcast before we go. Anyone who is here? Anyone who is here? Right. Before I let you go, I let go. Yes. So anyway, that's all that I have. Let us encourage one another. If you want to be part of the Citizens Action for Change, whereby they are raising money for our polling agents, please get in touch with us. Our details are on on JCTV Africa. You can also find them on our YouTube. Get in touch. We would love. You can also find them on jctvafrica.com. We have all those platforms for you to register to vote. If you want to get in touch as well, my WhatsApp number is always open. Please, if you want to give towards the Citizens Action for Change, whereby we are sponsoring polling agents, 11,000 of them. But however, there are red areas according to Mr. Jimaulete. Let's go and do that. If we can't do it, who do we expect? Are we expecting angels to come and fight for us? Are we expecting soldiers to come and fight for us? We saw what they did. They fought for us and they came and they started killing us. But we can become the masters of our own destiny if we fight, knowing that we are fighting for our freedom. Our children are going to urinate at our graves and say that you cowards who could not fight because you are afraid of dying, you are already dead. We don't regret having you, we don't celebrate you, but we can choose to change our destiny and say, we are not going to sit back and relax and watch our country burn. Thank you. I'll see you on the next episode. This is your boy, once again, reminds you that rise Africa, be seen, and we are going to conquer the world. Thank you and have a good night.